And we are live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a very impromptu Tuesday Night Live with Oracle Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. Welcome, everybody. How is everyone doing this evening? I got up this morning and the sun was out and it's very, very hot. Very, very hot today. Okay, we're talking, like 80s, mid 80s, very, very humid. So I went to my parents are in Connecticut gambling at Foxwoods and I am watching the kitty cats. Hello, Soul Mama. How are you, Soul Mama? Mwah, mwah, golden retriever puppies. I love you. Mwah. So, what was I saying? I got off track. Oh, so it was so hot and humid, and I'm watching their kitty cats. One cat loves me, the other cat hates me because the other cat is just whacked, just needs therapy. But anyway, they have a beautiful in the ground pool. So the last few days I have been going to the pool and pretending that I'm rich and because I am in spirit, right? Manifesting that, right? So I've been at the pool. And because it's been very, very hot and humid. Thank God for AC. We have the AC going. I'm in a tank top because it is hot and humid. Thank God for AC. So yeah. So I got up and I said, you know what? I feel like doing a live. And everyone seems to love to do the tarot. Everyone is very excited. I'm doing the current event. So I'll keep on doing those on Saturday night. Everybody loved that. It was great feedback. And they're like, Lady D, thank you, thank you. So I will be doing the current events on Saturday night, like I do for my X account, go through my X account and whatever I copy and paste, so to speak, whatever I save, go through my X account for the best topics and we do tarot reads on them. The hottest topics, the latest news and the hottest topics. But the scuttlebutt. And Patsy Nelson, are mermaids real? Yes, they are. And the reason why I have a mermaid as my pick, my thumbnail, is because my good friend Zara Marley did those through chat GPT because she suggested that I have some merch. And so she designed some merch for me. And also because Azria, who I'll be doing a show with tomorrow, she did my star alien DNA. She did my alien DNA, and I am an Andromedan and a mermaid, which perfectly, perfectly describes me. I'm such the mermaid, and I am an Andromedan. So yes, they are real, Patsy. I've never seen one. There are people that I know that claim to be them. I'm sure there are people that have seen them. I've never seen one. I would love to see them. But there are good and bad ones, I would assume. Just like there's good and bad of all things, right? I wish it looked like me. Trust me, I'd like to have that body, even though it's not even though she doesn't have any feet, I wouldn't mind having that mermaid body. I wish I could have boobs that would fit in shells. But as they get older, for some reason, they don't stop growing and they go south for the winter. Ah, but thank you. Oh, how's everyone doing? Yeah, it's so funny. There are women that pay for boobs, and I need to pay to get mine reduced and lifted. I guess people are just never happy with what they have, right? No, I'm not vain. Well, I am a little bit vain. Who isn't? Everyone wants to look good. It's more for the back and the back issue, and it's just uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But anyway, everyone's tired. Everyone's had it. Everyone needs a break. I know. Everyone needs their money. Is everyone sick of hearing about Epstein, I know I'm not. We need to keep on talking about it. It's not going to go away. By the way, I'm going to toot my own horn. I was right about my prediction. I said that Dan Bongino and Cash Patel weren't going anywhere when I did my show on Saturday night. They're not going anywhere. Also, I was watching a live show with, I don't know, I think it was Scott McKay's channel, who was Patriot Underground, and he was on with Michael, is it Mike Jacko? I think it's Mike Jacko. Mark Jacko, something Jacko, um, and Louis Herms, and another guy, I forget his name. They were very informative. I haven't really been watching any of the truther stuff. I watch Pastor Dave and I watch Julie Green for, because I like to know what's going. I like to be enthused, and I like happy news. I like to hear the word of the day. And then I like Pastor Dave goes through his X files. He goes through his X account. That's where I got the idea. I fully admit it. I got the idea from Pastor Dave. But I watch Pastor Dave. I don't watch all his holy roller shows, because I'm not religious. I watch his the War Report, because he has all the intel because he's connected. He was in the Marines, and he still talks to all the generals, both from the United States and Israel. And he has intel, and he knows people that are part of the alliance and know Trump and know what's going on. So that's why I watch him. I don't really watch too many truther channels. However, there was a roundtable on, and last night, and I believe it was on Scott McKay's, who's Patriot Street Fighter. These guys were phenomenal. They knew their shit. And I was watching it while I was exercising and stretching. And they said what I said on Saturday night, that this is all a big show, that Epstein's still alive. He's in witness protection because he's state's witness. He's an asset. He's working with them. However, they added one element that I want to pull on tonight that I think is really is very smart, and I agree with him. I forget the guy's name. He's not somebody I usually know. He said that another reason why they haven't released the Epstein files is because all of the leaders around the world that are part of the deep state, that are part of the PDF club, Trump is using that as leverage for the tariffs. So he can go over there and go, yeah, you notice I haven't released any files. Well, you're going to pay my tariffs as a bargaining tool. I didn't even think of that, but that's very brilliant. It's hardball, it's dirty, but you know what? When you want to get the best for the United States, and you also want to get these bastards, you use every way possible. And let's face it, I do the same thing. These people try to kill him. They try to kill his family. They try to bankrupt him. They try to take his presidency. They have done so much to him. They've cost him millions. They made phony charges against him. I mean, this guy has taken everything. So I don't blame him. So before I go any further, I just want to this is the only political read I'm going to do tonight, and I'm going to do the rest of the current events on Saturday. And I'll probably do another read on this on Saturday. But I just, out of curious minds, want to know. I just want to know, is part of Trump's strategy also that is Trump using the Epstein files as leverage for the alliance? For not just for the tariffs, for anything, for the good. All right. Is Trump's, because we don't want to do any specific. Is Trump using the release of the Epstein files as one of the reasons why they're not out there? Because of the fact that one of the reasons is that Trump is using it for leverage, any way, shape, or form, for the good, whether it be for the tariffs, to get intel on the deep state, to recover children, to get more money on the tariffs, for them to surrender, to get them to surrender to him, to get, to to give themselves up, whatever reason. So let's ask. Okay, let's do it. And cheers and sláinte for those in Ireland or the Irish. This is water, folks. I love me some water. Here we go. Holy God in Yeshua the Christ. I'm going to do a general reading. If you could tell us anything and everything in regards to, is one of the reasons why Trump and the DOJ have not released the Epstein files is because our president, Donald J. Trump, is using the intel and those who partook in egregious evil acts against children and other people. Is it because he's using all the intel and all the proof as leverage for the good? For the United States and its tariffs, or for any other purpose, for the good and for the light? Oop. Oh, you're not going to believe what fell out. Anything and everything that will give us clarity and understanding to this question, Holy God, in the name of Yeshua the Christ. Oh my God, you are not going to believe it. I have to just pause here. I prayed and asked for epic readings to God in Yeshua. This flung out. I don't have to go any further. Look at that. I got the Justice card and the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is my Trump card. It's also my God card. And Justice speaks for itself. So, yes, very, very much so. I didn't even have to hold. These flung out. These are major arcanas, first and foremost. So they pack a big punch, heavy hitters. The Emperor card is my Trump card. It's someone who's large and in charge. And the Emperor card is also my God card. So we also know that Trump is God's David. We know that God is the ultimate in charge. It's God. God is in charge. And there would be no Trump if it wasn't for God, because God saved him. In fact, it was a year ago this week, just a few days ago, of that fateful day, that horrendous day in Pennsylvania, where they planned to assassinate him. The only time that CNN was ever live during a Trump rally. Is that a coincidence? I don't think it is. All right. And the Justice card speaks for itself. Divine justice. Also worldly justice. Wronging the right. Anything, everything that is fair and just and true and right will be done. All falsehoods, all the baddies, all the evil will face justice. Karma will be, people will have to go through their karma. Karma will be showing up, and karma's a bitch. She is. So that's great right there. Here we go. Yeah. So I pulled 4 more. Okay. So we got the 6 of swords. So there's going to be justice. He's doing it for the children. Okay. They still have children. He's trying to recover children, and he wants to end it all. He wants to recover all the children back. Okay. Yes. And the military is getting ready to get involved. Okay. It's the only way. I know that's part of that 17 letter movement where everyone talks about it. It's part of the alternative channel, so to speak. And, the spiritual truther community, everyone's saying, the military is the only way, but it's true. Because when you have half of our government, half of our world leaders, half of our politicians, not only in our country, in many countries around the world, that are involved with harming littles and murder and corruption and blackmail and crimes against humanity and treason. Governments will stop nothing will get done. So the military has to be involved. All right. That's why he's doing it. Okay. Because he's trying to bring balance and justice. And this is the best way that he can do it while maintaining balance and even the littlest measure of decorum. All right. Because otherwise there will be riots and it will be complete bedlam if he did it the other way. I feel like people would, he wants to try to keep it smooth, a smooth running where there's everything's balanced, everything's even keel. There's not a lot of fear, and he doesn't want people to like go crazy and go berserk and people to lash out, okay? And more military. And there's going to be more announcements. So, all right. So, what I'm getting is that we asked, because I watched a very good roundtable on Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter last night with three other very smart individuals. And he said that one of the reasons why the Epstein list has not been released and they're lying and doing this false narrative that's pissing everyone off. One of the reasons is because Trump is using it for leverage for his trade deals around the world. So I asked, is Trump using it for leverage, not just for trade deals to benefit the US, but for the good in general, to get children, to do what's right, to get for the alliance, to get the baddies, to finally round up and get all the people, using it as advantage and getting people to squeak and rat on other people or to give themselves up or to surrender to them and to the white hats. This flung out. You can't make this shit up. My Trump card, which is the emperor, it's also my God card. And we know that ultimately God is in charge and Trump is God's David. God gives the directive to the alliance, the white hats, and then the white hats give the directive to Trump. Trump is just the figurehead. Trump is not God. He's not perfect. God knows he says things that he shouldn't, and that's why I love him, because I always say things that I shouldn't. I appreciate him because I'm a Northeaster. We tell it like it is. We don't hold any punches. Some people say we could be rude and crude, but you always know where you stand. So this fell out, my Trump card. And like I said, you can't make it up, the justice card. So Trump is doing it for many, many reasons, mainly primarily to bring justice, divine justice to all the evil people who have done depraved, disgusting things. He's trying to get as many people to surrender, to give themselves up, and to give them intel and to help them get the rest of the deep state, to round up the rest of the evil, disgusting monsters so we can get her done, get this crap done, and finally be done with it. All right, we also got the Six of Swords. So this is a rite of passage. This is something that he's doing, and it's because he's trying to save littles. And in particular, I'm getting littles that are on shipping. I'm getting there's still a lot of children, unfortunately, that are in shipping barges, in containers, okay? That's pretty specific. He's doing it for the littles. And the military it's the military that's telling him to do this. Like I said, God, the divine source, whatever you want to call God, I call God. And the powers that be, that the divine, which speaks to the galactics, and then the alliance the white hats give their directives to Trump. And he's doing this because this is the best way to get what they need done, to get the end result without having mass hysteria, mass protests. This is like he's trying to do this and to keep status quo. In other words, he wants society to still run. He doesn't want people freaking out. He doesn't want people getting violent and people mass bedlam. So in order to take to keep the masses complacent, to keep them business as usual, to keep them calm, to ease their fears, and to just keep status quo and keep everything running, because the president's job is to keep everyone running. Everything's okay. To assure that everything's running smoothly in his country, and the world, because there are many world leaders and politicians that are on that list. Okay. And and because of that, there would be there would be the governments would walk out. All right. In other words, not the governments would walk out. There would be no one running the governments. There would be absolutely no one running the governments. So because of this, this is the way that the alliance have suggested to maintain peace and order in society. Okay. However, the list is going to come out. We are going to get what we want, and the military is going to be involved. Okay. So that's the only political read that I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to save current events, latest news, and other politics for Saturday night for current events, because everyone likes that. I'm going back to doing my truth and tarot on Saturday night current events. People like that. Yes, Jacko, Michael Jacko. Thank you. All right. But it wasn't on his channel. I believe it was on Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fire. And I don't usually watch these people. I just was on YouTube and I was watching like Law of Attraction and manifesting stuff. And I just happened to come upon it, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch this, and pretty informative. All right, folks, I'm not going to go on too long. I just wanted to do a nice fun show. No pressure. But I wanted to do some card reads on things that I wanted to do that are personal and near and dear to me, and as well as I think that you would like. So first and foremost, if you like the show, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, it would be nice if I sold my wares. I'm so bad at this. I am having a July sale. So if you would like to get a 30-minute reading with me, they are $55. That's $20 off the regularly $75. The sale ends July 28th. And underneath the show is the link to my website, as well as my Buy Me a Coffee. And per popular demand, I also have on the right-hand corner here, which might be your left, depending on, because it's right for me, but not for you. It might be left for you because you're looking at it differently, and it's a mirrored image. Is my Buy Me a Coffee. You could just scan it if you want to give me some love. I'm doing this because people have requested. They say, Lady D, where's your Buy Me a Coffee? Want to do your Buy Me a Coffee? Will you please link it on your live shows? So because people have asked me to link it on the live shows, I have the scan code, whatever the hell you call it. I always forget what you call it. The code there if you want to scan it. And also in the description of the show is the link. You just click on the link and go to my website. You don't have to, but people have asked me, so there it is. And I forget, what the hell is this thing called again? I don't know, something barcode. I forget what it's called. All right. Let's do a reading on the Ascension. Let's get an Ascension update. Of course, it's not going to tell me when the Ascension is. I don't think anyone knows when the Ascension is other than God and maybe Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, and, the bigwigs. God, and maybe Yeshua, and a few other archangels, maybe. So, let's see what Spirit wants to tell us about the Ascension. Let's at least get an update to find out anything and everything that God wants to let us know about the Ascension. Okay, let's just get a general read on the Ascension. Then I'll do the Medbeds, I'll do disclosure, I'll do perp walks, and whatever else. Let's get an Ascension update general reading. Here we go. Holy God, Holy Spirit, and Yeshua, the Christ. Can we get an ascension update? Anything and everything that we should need or would want to know about our ascension. Anything that you want to tell us? Any caveats? General read on our ascension progress. We want it so bad, God. We want it bad. Is it soon? Is it soon? We know there's no time on the other side. We know we're impatient. We love you, God, and Yeshua. But what is it that we should know about this ascension? Ooh, what say you, Holy God, and Yeshua the Christ? Okay. I asked, is it soon? And these flung out. The Ace of Wands is yes, it's soon. Okay, it's soon. Now, soon could be a week, a month, a year, or 5 years. But to me, soon, an ace is pretty damn quick. So it's soon. I don't think we're going to have to. Some people say it's 2030. It could be, it could be tonight. It could be in 10 years, but it's soon. I asked if it's soon, and this fell out. And you know what's very interesting about the Ace of Wands? The Ace of Wands is literally, Wands is about spirituality, spark, the divine, new beginnings, new spiritual beginnings. Now, the quickest card in the deck is the Eight of Wands. We didn't get the Eight of Wands, but we got an ace, and that's a huge yes. And we asked about the ascension, which is our spiritual upgrade, going to the 5th dimension. That's highly spiritual. And we got the Ace of Wands. And like I said, wands are about spirit, spark, passion, energy, the divine. So it is very soon. Don't ask me when. Don't ask me if it's a month. I think it's within a year or two. I think it's, listen, I want it to be tomorrow, okay? But it's soon. Whatever your definition of soon is, you put it in. Use your own discernment. God is not going to tell us exactly when, okay? For anything else, there are people there are demons, there are demonic ones that are still around that are trying to stop this ascension. Many, many malevolent principalities and demons and bad beings and reptilians that are trying to stop this ascension. So God's not going to let his plans be known. So there's no time on the other side if everything's happening in the now, but that is great reassurance that not only are we on track, we asked if it's going to be soon. And I kind of said it kidding, kind of in jest, but God, and they flung out. And this is the second reading, the second time cards flung out. I did do extra prayers tonight, and I do feel like I'm in the flow. I've been really been working, doing my spiritual work, taking time on myself, and I've had my head right. So it's been paying off. All right. And we also got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is all about communication and boundaries. So to me, this means that, yes, our ascension is soon, very soon. How soon is depending on your definition of it. No one knows exactly. However, the Queen of Swords is talking about how you can personally ascend. You can personally ascend by speaking your truth and establishing boundaries. Because we all know that we have to personally ascend and do our personal work before there is the mass ascension. And just like the 100 monkey effect, the more that we do our spiritual work and the more we ascend, and basically ascension is just completely merging with your higher self. When you merge with your higher self, you help the next person and the next person and the next person. And then we kind of fill up this energy grid, and we create this energy grid with all of us who personally ascend, and we help bring on the mass ascension. So we are very much a part of this. While we do our spiritual work and we work on ourselves, we're not doing it just for us. We're doing it for the world. We're doing it for the next person. So our ascension is very soon. In fact, I'm getting a download that we're ahead of schedule. And a lot of truth is going to come out. The military is going to come out. And the way for you to get on track if you're off track, meaning if you're not feeling well and if you're not doing your work and if you're not in a good headspace to get to merge with your higher self, is to speak your truth. Be unapologetically you. As long as you're speaking with loving kindness, your job is not to worry about what other people think of you. You have to be willing to have people not like you and to disappoint people and not be too popular to do what's right for you. You have to be your own guru. You have to be your own authority. You have to use your own discernment. Gone are the days that we put anyone else's opinions above ours. We are the boss. So that is how you personally ascend. And when you are the boss, you are tapping into the God within you, your divine spark, because the breath of life is God within us. In the Bible, it says, my Father and I are one, meaning that God and you are one, however you define God. We know God's not a man. God doesn't have a sex. God is male and female, but you know what I mean. All right. Let's see what else we have regarding the ascension. And shout out to Ocean Odell is in the chat. Folks, I'm back on Instagram after, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I'm not on all the time. I usually just post a few things and go. So if I didn't get back to you and get your messages, it's not that I don't love you. I just needed a little break. All right. What do we have here? Well, yep. This is in the recent past. So we're right on track with our ascension. We are full steam ahead. We are determined and we're going to get there. Nothing's going to stop us. This is the willpower, tenacity, and determination. Also, it's a major arcana, which is a heavy hitter. Okay, yep. It's coming quick. We also got was it the king? The Knight of Swords. That's quick. Doing your spiritual work and working on yourself is going to help this ascension. I'm also getting to that the military and the galactics and the alliance are very much involved in this ascension. They're helping us. Especially the galactic ones, the ones in 5D, the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Okay, we are definitely moving in a new direction very soon because we got the Fool card. So I'm getting that with all the changes and the disclosures that are happening in the world, once worldly events happen and disclosures happen and people are in the know and the banking changes and the old fiat money system goes down and God's money's out there and the ARV and the QFS and all that happens, is that the military is very much a part of this ascension because they're going to the military, the good military. I'm talking about the alliance, the white hats, whatever you want to call them, that are working in coordination with the Galactic Federation of Worlds. They're very much a part of this ascension because they're going to maintain law and order when governments crumble, when politicians and world leaders are going to be perp walked and charged and indicted and going bye-bye and going to jail and or being eliminated for treason. You know what I mean? So the military, and I'm talking the good military in all the individual countries that are working along with the alliance, not okay, is very much going to be a part. I'm getting that world events have to happen, obviously, in order for people to wake up and for us to ascend and to bring on the big ascension. Obviously, people have to stop being sheeples. People have to get their heads out of the sand and stop being ostriches. And people need to wake up. Carrie Kay, who has a channel, I love her, called I Am Carrie Kay. I watched a show recently and she said that we've had actually three failed ascension attempts already in our lifetime. One was 2012, one was 2016, and the other one was 2023. News to me, never heard that. I really like Carrie Kay. I think she knows her stuff. But if that's true, doesn't that piss you off knowing that we had three times, and we failed in our lifetime within the last few years? But we are closer now more than ever. We are going to get there. But God, the divine, the galactics, the good ones, the benevolent ones that work in the godly ones, the light beings, the ones that are working for God and good, they want to take as many people, they want as many people to ascend as possible. So it's all in divine timing, but I'm getting that the more people that wake up, the better. And I'm getting that in 2000, all those prior times, people weren't awake yet. We were still, too many things were going on. It took the elections and the pandemic and all this disclosure. So disclosure, which is coming very, very soon, within the summer, and it's starting this month, is going to really, really fast track this ascension. And it's all about the military. We're going to be there soon. The 10 of Cups means that we're going to have our harmony and happiness, our money, our health. And I am getting that we are going to start seeing some of the things that the divine, let's say the healing modalities, the advanced technologies, the spiritual and the advanced healing modalities that they've been keeping from us, from other worlds. We're on the precipice, folks. We're in the ascension. We're already there. It's not one big mass event. I mean, whether or not you believe that the solar flash, there's a solar flash, or there's a big lightning flash, or if there's a big sound event or a rapture, whatever you believe, we are in the midst of it now. The one thing we can agree on is that we're in the midst of it now. This isn't just a snap and we're there. Okay? This is something that is a gradual process. Okay? We can't just all of a sudden blip and be in the fifth dimension. Our bodies would explode. Okay? Our bodies are literally turning from carbon-based to crystalline. Carbon-based to crystalline. So we got the world card. And the world card is success and completion. It's also a major arcana card, which is a heavy hitter. Big energy. So this is the very last card. So this means we're in the midst of it now and we can't get it wrong. We're going to get there. There was no time on the other side. When are we going to get there? I can't tell you exactly, but soon. So soon that this flung out of the deck. Very soon. We're in the midst of it now. The world card is you can't make this up, is an upgrade. It's literally one of the definitions of the world card. And the meanings of the world card is that you've gone as far as you can go in your current circumstance. You've done it all. It's time for you to step up. It's time for you to step it up and upgrade and go on to bigger and better things. So this means we're ascending, whether it's sooner or later. We're not going to get it wrong. We're going to get there. All of us are going to get there somehow. All of us are going to get there at some point. We're there and we're very, very close. We're doing it now. We're doing it now and we're ahead of time. We also got the Fool card, which is stepping in a new direction, new and unknown direction. I'm telling you folks, 10 of Cups. We can't get this wrong. We can't get this wrong. We're going to do this. We already ascend. If you really believe that there is no time and everything's happening on a parallel dimension in a parallel universe, we already ascended. We're already there. 10 of Cups is happiness, completion, harmony, love, abundance. This is our future. Look at all of our cups are going to be filled. A beautiful, beautiful future. And the Hermit card. This is us. We're isolated. We're stuck. We're feeling like we're hung. This is another major arcana, which means big energy, a heavy hitter. This is indicating to me that there's so much happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. So much. So we have to have faith in God, faith in the divine, faith in Yeshua, Christ, to know that what is essential is unseen. That the most important part, the how, the logistics, is happening in spirit, is happening that we can't see it. Our eyes, what did they say? Our a spectrum, our eyes, because of our light spectrum, we can only see like 0.1 of what reality is. We can only see 0.0001 of the light spectrum. So there are so many things, other realities, other dimensions, spirit around us all the time, and our eyes can only perceive 0.00001. I don't know how many zeros, but it's a very, very small fraction. There's so much going on that we are not aware of. Just think about ants and what's happening under our feet, and bugs and the plant life. We're unaware of it. Just because we can't see it, taste it, smell it, hear it, see it, doesn't mean it's not happening. So the Hermit card is letting God and Yeshua want us to know that they've got this. There's so much going on that is unseen. In fact, what is essential is unseen. The work is being done in the invisible, in spirit. So if you feel isolated, if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you're in this limbo, if you feel like you're not moving, you're in the right place at the right time. You are exactly where you need to be. There's nothing wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to do anything. God and Yeshua are letting us know that you are exactly where you need to be. And no matter what happened, even if it feels like your life is falling apart, it isn't. It's falling together because God has a plan for you. And many times when the crap hits the fan and everything seems to crumble and there's chaos and turmoil in your life, should be a big indicator to you that God and the universe has surprise and delights in store and is getting ready to give you a big change and getting ready to give you something good, because it's clearing out the old, the debris, the negativity, that which does not serve you, to make way for your wishes, your desires, and to make way for the good. Okay? So I'm trying to do a lot tarot, truth, and inspiration, because I know a lot of people aren't doing well. They're tired. They're anxious. They're impatient. They just want this done already. They're suffering in any way. People are suffering mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, socially. So I wanted to do this show. I call it Truth and Tarot. It's my truth, but it's actually God and Yeshua's truth, because I ask God and Yeshua and I interpret the cards. So I want to do this as to give you some hope, to give you a little, pick you up, to give you some inspiration and encouragement. Because I know, I read all of you. You need encouraged. You need to be encouraged. And listen, I need to be encouraged too, a lot of the time. Yes, Daniel, I want to see disclosure too. Trust me. All right, folks. All right, we did Ascension. Let's do the Medbeds, shall we? Here we go. Holy God, Holy Spirit, in the name of Yeshua the Christ, are we going to see? Actually, can we just get a Medbed update? Can we get an update on the Medbeds and any other advanced healing technology, any of the advanced healing methods, technologies from the galactics from the divine ones, any advanced healing modalities and med beds? Are they going to come out to the public eye? Are we going to hear about them? Is there going to be disclosure? And are we going to start to get appointments? And are they going to come out and start to heal people? Yes or no? And anything and everything that we should need and would want to know. What say you? Holy God and Yeshua the Christ. You're very welcome, Starlight 247. You're so sweet. It is. It is. Okay. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I love you guys. Okay. So med beds. Ooh, these flung out, folks. Cards are flying out. We got the Page of Cups. This flung out. The Page of Cups is a happy surprise. Ooh. And we got the Justice. So that's a big yes. So that means that justice means that that's a yes, that they're going to be coming out because it's right and just. And God and the Alliance want it done. God and the light, those that are good and just, want them to come out. In fact, those are good and just, and justice means that whoever's in charge of them. So I think it's the Alliance and the Galactics. I'm getting that it's the Alliance and it's the White Hats. Okay, the White Hat Alliance. They are in charge of them. And so there's going to be surprise. It's going to be a surprise. It's coming soon and there's a surprise. But I'm also getting it's not just med beds. There's other advanced healing modalities and technologies. There's lots of advanced healing technologies that are going to come out. Not just med beds. There are going to be med beds and other forms of med beds. There's different types of med beds. There's crystal healing. There's it's not just med beds. There's like an array. There's so many techniques and advanced technology and healing modalities with crystals and healing and advanced technology from other worlds and the divine that are going to come out to us. Because this is a very spiritual card. Okay? Wow, this is awesome. That fell out twice. So justice is coming for the good, for us, for the small people, for the little people, for the common people. All right, let's pick 5 more to see what else in regards of the med beds. I should say in regards to the med beds. Yeah, it's being held up. I'm getting that they're making them around the clock. Most of them have been, and they're making them off-world. They're making them off-world, and then they're distributing them. But I'm getting that very soon they're going to start making them on-world. Yeah, I'm getting that most of them have been made off-world, but they're still in the process of making them. And they're all ready to be rolled out and ready to be done. Okay? I'm getting that right now, they're focusing on the little ones, the kids, the children. Okay? They're focusing on the little ones. So the med beds are going to the ones that have been trafficked and they need healing. The ones that have had really, really horrendous things happen to them. The ones that, need limbs and they need to be healed. That have had very evil things, that have been SA'd, SRA'd, tortured, that sort of thing. So those people, the children, are getting it first, and then our veterans and the Alliance, those that have fought for our freedom and country. All right, we all know that there's rich people and VIPs that already have them because the VIPs are rich and they have access to them and they have access. Obviously, there's some politicians that are going to have them because they're in the know. All those, the veterans, those that are the most vulnerable and weak and need urgent care, because the ones that are basically suffering and dying are the ones that are going to get it first. However, right now, the primary focus and what's the holdup is that they're being used for the children. And none of us have a problem with that. None of us do, because they need healing in their mind, body, and soul, psychological, everything. Okay? Yes. We got the Empress card. So they're creating them and creating them. And new ones are being created all the time. It's like the technology is getting better and better and better. And I'm getting that, yeah, they're starting to create them on world now, okay? It's like they're bringing down the materials and the med beds are being created on world right now, or just starting to. Okay, I'm getting that most of these technologies, like I said before, were made off world, but I'm getting that the plan is that they're starting to create them on world now. It's just that they had to bring in the materials and the crystals. It was easier to create them off world because a lot of the technology is off world, but now they bring in a lot of the technology here. All right. I'm also getting to that, and I keep on getting the same thing. There's lots of it. That's not just the med beds. There's so many different things that are going to heal us. Okay. Make us whole. And the Empress is all about healing and mothering. So I'm getting that these med beds and this healing is not just going to heal us physically, it's also going to help us emotionally. It's also going to help us with our ascension and spiritually. Because the Empress card is all about mothering. She's pregnant also. The Empress is a mother card. She's pregnant. She's pregnant with possibilities. So I'm getting this is going to help a lot of people heal. I'm also getting to that those that are not able to have children or have had issues having children, there will be special procedures and they will be able to have children. I'm also getting there is technology for those who've had hysterectomies and have had issues with their womb. They are going to be able to get their wombs back, because I'm getting that there is technology to grow body parts and any type of limb. So those who did not have the opportunity to be a mother, they will be able to be a mother. Okay? Now, I don't know if anyone's going to want to be a 60 or 70-year-old mother, but I am getting that there is going to be some regeneration. Now, we also know that with the med beds, one of the plus side effects is that you age regress, because what happens is that when you go in the med beds or when you have any of these, let's just say the med beds, because everyone talks about the med beds, but I'm getting this other advanced technology. When the med beds do is they do a scan. And they do so from what I get and from what I've seen about this is that they'll do a scan of your body. And then they will analyze the scan and figure out all your cells and the systems of your body and tailor it to exactly how you are supposed to be. So what happens is that when you go in the med bed and then the next day they bring all of your cells back to their perfect state of well-being. They regenerate them, regenerize. So when you regenerate all your cells, what do you think happens? You age regress. So if we're going to have med beds, and one of the side effects is that it age regresses us, it's not out of the realm of possibility that you could be young enough to have children again. And if you've had a hysterectomy like me, and if you're, older like me, and you're past your birthing year, so to speak, and you've gone through menopause, you might be able to have a child again if you wish to. In fact, you will at some point. That is great news. So, Knight of Wands, they've had a lot of delays, but they are working day and night. They are still on track. So it's saying don't lose hope and faith that it will be done. They are getting the med beds out as soon as possible, so don't lose faith. And we got the Emperor card. So this means that Trump is on it, the alliance is on it. This is part of God's plan. The med beds and all the other advanced technology from other worlds, other dimensions, other light beings, the divine, it's coming. It's part of God's plan. And I'm getting it's going to be rolled out really, really soon. It's not going to happen all at once, but it's coming. And we all know that Trump is the figurehead for the alliance. He is the front man. So I'm getting that he is making them work day and night, but his main priority right now is those beds are being used to heal many, many people that need to be healed. Top priority people that need the healing, VIPs, people have been abused, people that are on death's door, people that need immediate relief and healing, people that are urgent and could die, and the toughest cases. And as soon as all those people are healed and those people are taken care of, they're going to start rolling them out. And I'm also getting they're working day and night, toiling, making them. It's like there's not enough of them. Okay? So, good news for the med beds. This is the takeaway. We're going to be surprised very soon. A happy surprise is coming, and justice will be done with the med beds and the healing technology. Folks, I don't know exactly when, but it's soon. It's soon. All right, so we have two more, disclosure and the perp blocks. So here we go. Holy God, Holy Spirit of God, and Yeshua. Can we get an update on disclosure? Anything and everything that we should need, would want to know in regards to the disclosure about the cabal, the Illuminati, what's been going on behind the scenes, and how evil and nefarious our governments and the world leaders have been. Is it coming soon? What else do you want to tell us? Anything about disclosure? An update, disclosure update reading. What say you, Holy God and Yeshua the Christ? Woo! It's humid. Oh, praise the Lord. Okay, well, we got the Ace of Swords, so it's coming soon. Okay? It's coming soon. I'm telling you, disclosure is happening this summer. And it's starting this month. We got the Ace of Swords. So that is a great, great. First of all, that's a yes. I asked if it's happening soon. And Swords is all about clarity and breakthroughs. The Ace of Swords is all about communication, truth, the word, the spoken word, communication. So yes, breakthroughs. Swords is all about words and talking, and it's all about disclosure. So yes, it's going to happen very, very soon. And the ace is, like I said, indicative of the swords is all about communication. So we're going to be hearing a lot this month and next month. And there's a lot, believe it or not, I would think a lot's going to come out this week. You know, that whole Epstein debacle and fiasco was all for show. It was all a narrative. It's to get people talking. The art of war is to throw your enemies off. And boy, did they throw their enemies off. They did not only threw their enemies off, they threw their fans off. So disclosure is happening, folks. We're in it. We're in it now. Woohoo! All right. Star card is all about the public eye. So this is indicating to me that a lot of stars are going to go down. A lot of Hollywood celebrities is going to start to go down. A lot of politicians, VIPs, people that are in the spotlight are going down very, very soon. Knight of Pentacles. Also, there's going to be a lot about financial disclosure that's coming out too. Nine of Pentacles is somebody that's sovereign, somebody that is financially secure, financially free. See, she has all these pentacles. She's completely independent and free. She's financially free. She's free in her body, mind, soul. She doesn't need anyone. So I'm also getting part of this disclosure is also financial disclosure and about what they've been doing with our money and the Federal Reserve and the IRS. And we are going to be sitting pretty and we're going to get our financial independence, our wealth and prosperity. This is complete sovereignty. So we are on the brink of our sovereignty as individuals, as American citizens. We're going to get our financial freedom and sovereignty back. We're going to get our freedom and sovereignty from our minds, our bodies, our souls, our lives, free from poisons, free from being poisoned in the air and our foods. We are going to have complete sovereignty, independence, and freedom, especially financial freedom. That is a great card. This is somebody who's completely sovereign and free, and she doesn't need anything. All right, 10 of Swords. Unfortunately, there are going to be some people that are not going to be happy about this. And even though we think we know everything, there are going to be some shocks. Some people that we thought are good are going to be bad. And there's going to be some heartbreaks and betrayals, especially those that are in the public eye. Politicians, people that we thought were good are really traitors. And even though with the disclosure, even though we're going to be happy because everyone is going to be exposed. And finally, we're going to be vindicated. And people, because especially the people that are saying that they said that we're crazy, and people are not going to call us conspiracy theorists anymore. But I'm also getting to, it's going to be bittersweet because there's going to be a lot of traumatized people, a lot of people that are going to be heartbroken and shocked and traumatized. There's not going to be enough therapists and enough anti-anxiety and antidepressants for the world when disclosure happens. I always say that people are going to be curled up in the fetal position, and they're going to be. And as much as we're going to love it, it's going to be hard for us to watch these people suffer. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's going to get a little bumpy. Okay? And we're going to feel a little betrayed and backstabbed by some of the people that we trusted that we thought were on the side of the good, but they're really on the side of the bad. So just beware. But this is mostly for the sheeples, the ones that believe, that still watch CNN and believe mainstream media, the people that don't want to believe the truth. Okay? And the last card we got was the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is all about generosity and wealth. Another pentacle. Look at, we got 2 pentacle cards. So this to me is indicative of money. 6 of Pentacles. Look at all those coins. Look at all those pentacles, those coins. There is going to be generosity, and we are going to get some of the funds that have been stolen from us back. They're going to be in terms of the disclosure. I'm getting that there's going to be plentiful disclosure, and they're going to be very generous with the truth at some point very soon. We're on the precipice of lots of disclosure and truth coming out. I'm getting that there's going to be floods of it, and when it comes, it's going to be like a dam. It's like a little bit's going to come out at first, little cracks, right? And then all of a sudden, more and more and more, and then the dam's going to break, and it's going to be everywhere. The disclosure is going to flow abundantly, and it's going to be everything. Everything's going to disclosure for everything and everyone, and it's going to come out more and more and more and more. Lots of it, abundantly. The disclosure is going to flow. The truth is going to flow. So, folks, this is great news. We asked about disclosure. Is it going to happen soon? And we're on the precipice, and we got a huge yes. Ace of Swords. It's happening soon. Not only is that the biggest yes in the deck, Swords is all about truth and communication. And disclosure is all about truth and communication. It's coming out. Words, talking, it's coming. All right. We also got the star card. Pretty self-explanatory. All our stars, all the celebrities, all the VIPs, and mostly politicians, not just in the US, but all around the world, are going to be part of this disclosure. We're going to find out some very, very disturbing things about people. Some of us, even those that are in the truth, are a part of that 17 letter. And those that are awake, that think we know most of it and think we're not going to be shocked, be prepared, because we're going to get our heart broken. Not only are the people that aren't fully awake yet going to feel betrayed, but we're also going to feel betrayed and heartbroken from some of the people that we're going to find out are part of that club, that naughty, evil club. Okay. However, there is going to be lots of disclosure about the monetary system, about the tax system, how the money is false and fiat and it's basically worthless. It's monopoly money. How everything's going to be gold backed, and how they've been using taxes to enslave us, and how the Federal Reserve isn't federal and it's definitely not a reserve, and how the cabal monetary system was set up by them to enslave us, and we were never free. We've just been frogs in a boiling pot. We haven't been known. They've turned the heat up and slowly simmered it, and we boiled slowly in that pot. So much so we didn't even know that we were boiling. Frogs in the pot. But this is what we need to focus on. It's happening, and it's happening soon, and it's coming out. All of it. Like I said, it's going to start like a dam, little crack in a dam, a little bit, the water, little bit, and then it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then all of a sudden, it's all going to come flushing out. All the truth about everything. Exposure, disclosure. The truth is going to come flooding out very, very soon. This is great, great news. All right. We've had some pretty epic readings tonight, folks. If you haven't already hit that like button, you really should. Show me some love. It helps the algorithm. All right. I'm going to do one more on perp walks, because people want to know, are we going to see perp walks? Are we going to see people arrested and rounded up and taken out? Even if these people are just actors, they're still bad actors. All right. And I want to switch up the decks. So let's do our gold cards, because we're in the golden age. Okay, here we go. Holy God, Holy Spirit, in the name of Yeshua Christ, can we get an update, general reading on perp walks? Are we going to see nefarious characters? Nefarious characters, people that are part of the cabal, people that are evil, traitors, criminals, scoundrels. Are we going to see all these criminals, these celebrities, these politicians, all these people that have been doing egregious evil things? Are we going to see them handcuffed? Are we going to see perp walks? Are we going to see them being prosecuted and brought to justice? Are we going to see perp walks? Are we going to see them brought to justice? Yes or no? And anything we want to know regarding this question, Holy God and Yeshua, the Christ. We're not doing personal readings tonight, Helga. I usually do those Friday or Saturday nights. Nope, I'll do those Friday night, because Saturday nights I'm doing current events. Well, first card we got is the World card. So that means that, yes, we're going to have perp walks and we're going to have them around the world. The world card was the first card. So this is completion. This is a yes. And we're just about there. Because like I said, the world card is like, you've gone, when in terms of these evil people, they've rounded up enough people. They have enough of them and they have the space now. They have Gitmo, they have was it Alligator, Alcatraz, and they have a lot of other places. And don't think that these places that they're bringing up now are just for illegal aliens, because they're not. They're not for just those illegal invaders. So I'm getting, yes, the perp walks will be coming, and not just in the US, around the world. Okay? That's completion, success. All right? Knight of Wands. And there are many people. They're working very, very hard on this. Okay? And there are a lot of people that are losing sleep because they know it's coming. They're trying to fight. They're trying to fight it. They're trying to make deals. There are a lot of people that are making deals behind the scenes. A lot of people that are making deals behind the scenes. They are trying to save their lives. They're trying to do whatever they can to save their hides because they know they're going to be tried for treason. And you know what the penalty is for treason. Hanging. So they're doing whatever they can. They are making deals. They are singing like canaries and they're giving themselves up to save their lives. Okay? What do I keep on saying? The military is the only way. In particular, there's going to be a man and a woman that are going to be perped walk in particular very, very soon. And I have a feeling it has something to do. Their names could be Bill and Hillary, even though they've already gone down. There's a male and a female. And if they're not Bill and Hillary, they're associated with them. In particular, that are going to be perped walk very, very soon. They work together, they're associated. You know, maybe this isn't Bill and Hillary, but they're definitely associated with Bill and Hillary. A man and a woman. Who is this? Ooh. I'm getting, this could be Pelosi. All right. A male politician, I think this is Pelosi because she's made a lot of money. I think Pelosi, and who is this? This is a male. This is a download. All right. I think it's Barack and Pelosi. I take it back. I think if it's two politicians I'm getting, it's going to be Pelosi and Barack. All right. They're going to be perped walk. Okay. And folks, this is the card of we're over it. We're done. We're apathetic. But see how this guy's focusing ahead and he doesn't see what's happening? This is an indication that things are happening divinely. A lot of things are happening, but we don't see it. It's on the peripheral. So this means that things are happening right before our eyes. They're hidden in plain sight. People are being rounded up and taken every day. We just don't see it. We're just focused. We're not focused. See, we're distracted. We're like, see how his arms are crossed. He's like, I've had it. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm just sick and tired. I'm over it. Bored. I'm just done and over it. And just like not paying attention because you're frustrated, you're aggravated, you're just sick of it. Meanwhile, look at this. There's divine intervention right beside us, right in the peripheral. God is handing us the cup and we don't see it. So this means that just because we're not seeing it right now, it's not in the open. It's happening in plain sight, folks. So the perp walks are coming. I'm going to do one more. Yep, they're coming. And it's all about the military. So folks, for the last reading of the night, we asked about perp walks. Are we going to see justice? Are we going to see people rounded up and taken and arrested? First card we got is the world card. So that means, yes, it's happened. In fact, it's already happened. This has already happened. This is completion. Everything has come full circle. So many have already been dealt with, as we know, in the past. But this is indicating that, yes, we're going to see them in the future. This is success and completion. And everything's come full circle. So we're going to see them. All right. Many of those ones that are going to be in the perp walks, the criminals, the treasonous bastards, the ones that have been working in that demonic club, the baddies, the bad guys, they're fighting for survival right now. They're doing anything and everything to fight for survival. They've been through the ringer. They're courageous. They're tenacious, but they're not going to win. Many of them are going to give up and they're going to start working and give themselves in. They're going to start making deals to save their hides because they know that they'll be tried for treason and they're going to go bye-bye. They're going to leave this earth plane. They're going to be hung. In particular, I'm getting one Barack Obama and one Nancy Pelosi are going to be ones. I don't know if they're going to be the first ones, but I'm getting big time that they're one of the perp walks, the one of the main perp walks, and one of the first ones, if not the first ones. And I'm getting that there's a lot of stuff that's happening in plain sight. We are so discouraged. We're so tired. We're so physically exhausted. We're over it. We're so done with this all. We want it done already that we're not seeing what's right beside us. That the divine gifts and the divine has it. And there's a lot of divine blessings and things that are happening on the behalf of good. There's a lot of people that have been rounded up and arrested already. We're just not seeing it. So folks, good news with all the readings tonight. We're right on track. Lisette Lund, thank you so much. Those are in Danish. I don't know what Danish currency is, but I really, I don't know what this is in American dollars, but nonetheless, I appreciate you no matter what you give me. That's very sweet. Mwah, mwah. Thank you so much, Lise, for your generosity. I appreciate you. God bless you. Yes, very sweet, Lisa. You didn't have to do that, honey. Very sweet. All right. Now I'm trying to. There we go. Thank you so much. So, folks, we had some epic readings tonight. We got the Ascension is soon, and we're on track. The Medbeds are soon. We're on track. Cards flew out. We got the disclosures. We got the perp walks. Disclosures are on track. Those are happening soon. And perp walks are already happening. They're just lots of stuff is happening behind the scenes. So I wasn't planning on going on long. I just wanted to do a quick fun show to do some truth and tarot, to do some readings about things that are near and dear to us, right? We all want the ascension to happen. We all need the med beds. We all need the disclosure. And we all want the perp walks. So I hope this show gave you some encouragement. It inspired you. It made you feel better. If you're not feeling encouraged, please do so. We're on the precipice. We're there. Disclosure is happening now. The med beds are coming out now. The perp walks are happening now. The ascension is happening now. We're in it. Just because we're not seeing things, just because it's not coming out publicly, just because it's not right there in our face doesn't mean that progress isn't happening, doesn't mean it's not happening. It's happening. We just don't see it. Trust the plan. Nothing can stop what's coming. I know I'm saying all the catchphrases, but it's the truth. Hold the line. Hold the line. We are almost there, I promise. I promise. All right, my Soul Tribe family. I'll be on tomorrow night for the Alien DNA with Azria. I haven't done the thumbnail. Also, again, I'm having a July sale. If you want a 30-minute reading with me, up in the very top in the chat, I pinned it, is the link to my website. It's $20 off. They're usually $75. They're $55 until July 28th. And also in the description of the show is the link to my website if you want to purchase a 30-minute reading with me. Yeah. So I will see you tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. I love you all. Thank you so much for everything. You guys are the best. God bless you. I wouldn't have a channel without you. I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you, and I love you. And hold the line. We're almost there. Don't give up the faith. See you soon. Bye.